Seems pretty difficult at first to just think of it in like a sentence, but I'm going to do my best here. I'm sorry.
Put the application coffee on.
Alright, so tour is basically a race, and it starts out with 3 teams with 2 students each, and they go through certain challenges, and then they reach the end point. You're going to have challenges in the beginning, and then the halfway point, the last team to arrive at this checkpoint, which is called a course, will be eliminated. We're going to have actual shoot dates where our contestants are just going to run through this obstacle course basically, and we're going to do the best that we can to set up our cameras, set up our crews, so that they're catching every piece of the action that they can. There's no retakes, there's no resets. It's not like if a team does something and we're not watching, we can't say stop, do it again. This is all real time.
Like, this is going to this, and then you gotta go to that, then...
From Paper Airplane, say they completed, then they just get handed another clue or something.
Okay.
Challenges are called reroutes. That's where a lot of organization comes into play. We're talking with organizations around OU and getting them involved. So me and some other members of Tour are reaching out to presidents and vice presidents of clubs, talking to them, and we're planning our own challenges with them. So I'm just going to use juggling as an example. Let's say we talk to the juggling team. They might have an idea for a challenge. We might change it a little bit and say, all right, we're going to make it a little bit more physical. We're going to make them juggle 4 pins at once. And once they do that, that'll be it. So that would be an example of a reroute where the contestants come in. It's, I guess you could say, sponsored by a club, and then they move on to their next point when they finish it.
I found it.
You found it? Oh, what does it say?
It says, go to another area in the building to find the other clue. So I don't know what that means.
You don't just run and gun it. It's not all out of nowhere. You have to have practice, and I think this is something for every discipline that there possibly is. You need practice to succeed at it, a lot of practice. But what's important is that you know what to do in certain situations. Our workshops are for cameramen and audio boomsmen to understand the best way to go with the flow and realize where the best shots are going to be, what's going to be most pleasing to the ear, and anything that might arise, they need to know how to deal with it. We gotta prepare them for everything that we can. We don't know what the contestants are gonna be doing throughout the show. They may just like freak out. They might.
You went the wrong way. This is your fault.
It's my fault.
You're talking about that in front of the camera. Stop it. They're right there.
You're a mess. You're a mess.
Our workshops are designed so that people will fail and people will succeed, and they'll start learning what's best and what's not. So while there are a ton of variables, what the practice is for is learning how to deal with those variables.
Oh.
So we're literally just going to turn around and go back the way we came.
Oh, yeah.
That's really good.
The main purpose behind Tour actually is to get a lot more involvement from people around campus, so more people will know about AVW and also indirectly, I guess, about Tour, because it's actually the subject at hand. Just write the word Tour.
How do you spell that?
T-O-H.
Chalk Night was so, it was called Operation Spam OU, and basically our point was to make sure that when every OU student on campus woke up, they would see Tour written somewhere, and they would wonder what the hell is going on. The faculties had certain rules about chalking that we didn't know about, and if we didn't clean it off within a certain period of time, faculties would go out and clean it off, and we would have to pay for the bill. We told people what Tour was, and now it's gone, and everyone knows that there's something in the back of their mind that's saying, Tour, what is it?
Now this is just to summarize, kind of go through a few things. What are your goals for Tour? Where do you want it to be?
I know this sounds corny, but I want it to be the best it can be. I want to see all the crew members working together to create something great. And even if it's not great in real professional standards, it would be great to me, because knowing that we all work together and got something out there is what's really most important.
So the final product is what you're saying, that's your goal. You want to be proud of your final product.
Yes, absolutely. I think in the end, though, it's definitely going to be good, because payoff comes. We have our premieres The show's done for the season. We're gonna be able to look back and smile.